Hello everyone, welcome back to Kirklees Guitar School. In today's guitar lesson, I'm going to teach you how to play Sittin On The Dock of the Bay by Otis Redding. It's kind of a strummer's version of it. You can download a full free chord sheet and PDF from the first link in the description. That'll take you to my website. You don't have to sign up for anything. There's no sign-ups or monkey business. You just literally head to the first link in the description and you can download it completely for free. If you like the way that I teach, I'd urge you to check out the second link in the description that will take you to the Kirklees Guitar School Academy. The Kirklees Guitar School Academy is my membership platform that has over 100 lessons that are not available anywhere else. Every lesson I teach over here on YouTube has additional supporting resources such as a technical focus lesson and a full playthrough of the song so that you can hear exactly how I play it with scrolling tabs on the bottom. You can try that with a 14-day free trial from the second link in the description. So, I'd sort of put this as a level 1 or level 2 style lesson if you're familiar with my sort of rating system for songs. There are a lot of chords in this song, but there are occasional ones like this F major 7 over here that only come up once in the song. The main learning, I feel, is this B7 and getting this B7 under your fingers. So each of the chords that we have, we've got a G chord, we've got a B7, we've got a C chord, and we've got an A. That forms the vast majority of the song. We've then got an E major thrown in for good measure, as long as a D major, and then an F. I'd urge you to go to the first link in the description to get the PDF, because this is at the very top of it, and it'll be handy while I'm waffling, so that you can have a look at the chord shapes. Underneath that, you'll have a look at the intro for the song. Now, when you think of the intro for this song, you think what we're going to do, I've sort of mixed a couple of different parts together for one like master version, which most of you should be able to strum through, or it won't take a lot to get you to that point. So what we're going to do, we're going to play a G chord and we're going to go down, 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 up, down. That's 1, 2, 3 and 4. Down, 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 up, down. And this rhythm repeats for 4 bars while the bass is going. We're going to go 1, 2, 3 and 4. 1, 2, 3 and 4. 1, 2, 3 and 4. So we're just going to set on one chord for 4 bars. Moving on to the next part. This verse section occupies the vast majority of the song, and you'll see how it goes from G to B7, C to A. It does that twice for the verse, and then you've got this chorus section. Now, can you see in the top left-hand corner, where it says verse with a G chord? There's like a funny looking bracket, isn't there? Like around here. This is called a repeat marker. So we need to come back here. You're going to play this verse that I'm going to break down for you and the chorus. But then once you get down here, I'm trying to make it here, to this other bracket, funny looking bracket, it basically means that I want you to play this 16 bar block twice for me, okay? When you see repeat markers, you always kind of want to earmark that you're going to need to come back there at some point. So let's break that verse down. Now we're going to retain the down, 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 up, down strumming pattern throughout, as you can see. But we're starting to sort of put a few more chord changes in now. So we're going to do it with a G chord like we've done previously. We're then going to go to a B7 chord, C, A, and you should Otis start singing here. Sitting in the morning sun, I'll be sitting when the evening comes. Now, for a strummer's version, if I was playing acoustic guitar, now bearing in mind I'm on electric guitar today, but that's just pure convenience because it was the one that was nearest to me. You can play this on acoustic guitar as well and it'll sound absolutely fine. So this is what the 4 bars sound like. Okay, this is repeated twice. Okay, and you'll hear sometimes, you might hear in the original recording, you might hear Academy members, the technical focus lesson for this, I teach you how to do that with the movable bar chord shape. So make sure you check that out if you're an Academy member. Second link in the description. So we're going to repeat that twice, okay? And it sort of carries on with this down, 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 up, down for the vast majority of the song. So we're going to play everything that's on screen twice. Following that, we get into the chorus, which we're going to essentially ping pong between a G and an E chord. Same rhythm. And then you'll see how it changes. G, A. The lyric is sitting on the dock of the bay, wasting time. Cue the repeat marker, where if you remember, we go all the way back to the beginning. So you can see how I go. In fact, I'm going to count you in. Let's have a go all 16 bars together, okay? With a fairly kind of reduced tempo. And I want you to keep that down, 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 up, down going throughout. So we're going to go G, 2, 3, 4, A, B7, to C, to A. We're going to repeat that section. So we've got same chords, we've got G, B7, C. We then go into the chorus. G, D, G, E, bottom line, G, A, G, E. You're going to repeat that section twice before you go to the bridge, which we're going to break down in a second. But this comes back again at the back end of the song, okay? So assuming you've got that under your fingers, I'd try the record's quite slow anyway. But if you're struggling, use the feature on YouTube, the settings feature, where you can slow it down to maybe 85%, and have a go with that. If you're struggling with the down, down, up, down, you know, getting that extra upstroke in, why don't you try it as 4 downstrokes to begin with? You've got to scale this to where you're at, okay? So we're now moving on to the bridge, which, if memory serves me, is the bottom of page 1. And I think the lyric is, looks like nothing's going to change. I'm pretty sure off the top of my head. But can you see how the rhythm has changed now? And we've got 2 chords that are occupying a bar. So what I'd like you to do, if you can, I'd like you to strum 2 G chords with a downstroke, and then 2 D chords with a downstroke. So you'll go G, D. Then when we get to the C chord, can you see how the rhythm returns that we've been doing for the remainder of the song? Down, 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 up, down. So we've got 2 opposing rhythms in each bar. 2 Gs, 2 Ds, C chord with the original strumming pattern. What does that sound like? One, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, and 4. And can you see how this repeats over here? Right? G, D, C. And it does it again. I think this, if memory serves me, this is the top of page 2 now. Can you see how we've still got 2 Gs? D, C, and then we've got this pesky F major 7 chord. Now, strictly speaking, we should be doing the bar chord there, but I wanted to make this as accessible for everybody as possible. If you can't get that bar chord, do the F major 7. It's at the top of the chord sheet that you can download. It kind of looks like a C chord, but it's 4 fingers, and we're still retaining the strumming pattern that we used to, and it resolves to D. So just to be clear, we break out of our traditional pattern just for the bridge, where we're going to 2 chord share a bar and we do downstrokes. Whenever you play a bar that's just got 1 chord in it, you're going to default to the pattern which we spoke about at the very beginning of the video, and it's got this pesky little F. Now, don't let 1 bar of the entire piece ruin the whole piece for you. It will come with time, you've just got to be patient. So where do we go from there? We then go back into a verse. Now, the difference between this verse and the one that we looked at previously is simply that we don't repeat it. Can you see there's no repeat markers? So the verse on the second page is identical to how we've previously played it. There's just no repeats in it whatsoever. Same rhythms, same chords, same everything. Following that, we get into the ending, the outro. Okay. Now this is the. I'm not a great whistler, as you can tell, but there's like a whistling kind of outro to it, isn't there? And all we're going to do is default to the... It's almost like the intro. Can you see how we've got all these Gs? But rather than playing it for playing that G for a fourth bar, we're going to default to an E. So you'll hear it go G, 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 then to E. It does it again, bottom line. So in summary, this song can be distilled down into a couple of different sections. We've got our intro, which is just basically vamping on 4 bars of G. We then have a verse section which repeats twice. Verse and a chorus, I should say, which repeats twice. We then go to the bridge section, which I have had to literally bridge between 2 parts. Where are we? There's the first part at the bottom of the first page, and the second part at the top of the second page. We then go back into a verse and a chorus, but no repeats this time. And then we do this ending where we sit on a G chord for 3 bars and then resolve to E. Where do you go from this if you sort of like feel like you got a lot from that? I'd have a look at a couple of my other lessons that are on YouTube. Potentially something like Tequila Sunrise would be a good one. Anything with a B7 in it. The Learner Folsom Prison Blues is probably another good one to have a look at. Anything with a B7 in it, because that's the real learning, and it's getting you to the point where you're practicing these chords and you don't go, oh, that's got a B7 in it, I remember that being hard. Learn a couple of songs with B7 in it, it becomes part of your everyday vernacular. So I hope you enjoyed that. What strummer's lesson should I do next? Let me know down below in the comments. Don't forget to go get the free PDF from the first link in the description. It'll really help you get this lesson under your fingers. And I will see you next week for another guitar lesson. Thank you so much.